Okay, here we go. It is the day of Zael and Callista's wedding. And it's time for Zael to make his decision, really. Before we go see the Count, well, we can't really go anywhere. So let's head on to the connecting bridge and... Yeah, this is serious stuff. Because if Zael goes through with it, then he's going to be at the whim of the manipulative Count. Callista will remain trapped here forever. And nobody will be particularly happy. But Zael will be a knight. He'll be married to Callista. And if he says no, then those will cease to be reality. So before we actually,
The Count is very busy at the moment.
Oh.
Please come back later.
Okay. Chill. We'll come back later. That's fine, because there are some texts that have appeared in the library, which we can have a look at. Which we want to be seeing. I don't quite know why I ran downstairs when I could have just, ran across the hallway. But I'm crazy like that, so... yeah. Yes, I always do enjoy getting to look at ancient texts. So much fun! So let's begin with Arganan and the Sorceress, number 3. The new blight that had befallen the land was caused by the very power that had finally brought us peace, the outsider. Never had I known such cruel irony. The Sorceress and I tried all we could to halt the decay that ailed the land, but each attempt was met with naught but failure. Until after several years of trying in vain, she told me of a new method. She proposed that we split the outsider into two, suppressing its power and halting the draining effects it was exerting on the land. Naturally, I approved, and we worked together to carry out this new plan. However, I had no way of knowing what the result of our efforts would be. The sorceress disappeared, for a price had to be paid for splitting the outsider in two, the soul of the one who had summoned it to this world. I knew nothing of this until it was too late. One half of the outsider was sealed on Lazulis Island, the other half was sealed on a continent far across the ocean. The decay ravaging the land did not come to an end, but its rate of progression had slowed to a significant extent. My next obligation was to find a way of bringing the gradual demise of our world to a total halt. I believed that this was the only way I could pay tribute to my love, who had risked everything for my proposal, and eventually paid the ultimate sacrifice. So sad. So next up, Guardians, the Whirl of the Land. Oh, no, other one. The outsider, a sentient rock called to this world from beyond the sky by the right of celestial summoning. It possesses the unique ability to absorb the life force of the world around it and convert it into its own sustenance and strength. Anger, sadness, greed, loneliness, despair, happiness. The outsider possesses all of the same emotions and feelings as do people. Whilst it yearns to be set free, it also seeks out others with whom it can share its emotions. When it finds such a being, the outsider inscribes its own mark upon the body of its new companion, and the two entities become linked from that moment on. This mark grants the bearer the outsider's tremendous power. The nature of this power is determined by the will of the one who bears the mark. It can be seen as a manifestation of this person's most heartfelt desires. I wish for this world to be at peace, for an end to the war that plagued the land, to the constant and harrowing loss of life that afflicted all the people of this nation. It caused me unspeakable pain to watch as innocent souls who had not even had the chance to learn of happiness or joy were cruelly torn from this world for the sake of a meaningless conflict. I refused to accept the futile death and loneliness. And one more with feeling, the Rite of Arganan. Here I described the spell that is the product of my life's work, the Rite of Celestial Liberation, a counterpart to the Rite of Celestial Summoning. The rite can only be performed at a specific place by specific people. It must be conducted by the direct descendants of those who performed the Rite of Celestial Summoning, myself and the Sorceress. Both must be present on the Stargazer's Tower where the Rite of Celestial Summoning was first performed. This rite will make it possible for the first time ever to communicate directly with the outsider. Most important of all is the presence of one who bears the outsider's mark. It is this mark that makes communication with the outsider possible. No complicated procedures are required in order to perform the rite. It involves simply the holding of hands and the will to reach out to the outsider and make a wish. A wish that the future may be bright for both the outsider and our world. So there are things there to help us save the day, but we have got to deal with this issue first, and I don't quite know what Zael's going to decide. Although I have to say, I may have a slight inkling. Totally haven't played the game before, so of course I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, everyone is down here to talk to for us to see what they say. I have to, it's very minimalist, is wedding design. And also those chairs are really, really small. Like, seriously, how are you meant to sit on those? They look barely tall enough to kind of bear anybody's weight, really. Now, also, before we do anything, there is a couple of things we can do in Lazulis City itself. There always seems to be a lot of this stuff, which is both brilliant and a little bit irritating, because there's nothing that would suggest to you that you should come all the way out here to speak to people. But generally it's the dialogue that you get, especially from your friends, is particularly rewarding, I think. Yeah, we'll figure out what... there's very, very little we can do to prolong our decision at this point.
How long are you going to mope around? You're the man of the hour. Act like it.
I know. Maybe I should just go back.
Pretty much the only thing that I think is left to us. So... we've been building up to this for a while now. And so it's time to finally see it bear its fruit. For better or for worse. In sickness and in health. Until death do us part. Although obviously first we have got to get into the castle and... Don't know whether some knights are going to... Yeah, there we go.
Master Zael, the preparations for your knighting ceremony are complete.
Good.
As a knight, you will not be able to return to town without the Count's permission. Are you prepared?
Yes, we are.
The ceremony will begin shortly.
Oh... This is it. The time for Zael to make his choice is now. Almost. I say they just keep extending it, don't they?
Zael and Callista faced the day ahead, each with their own doubts and fears. Yet they understood that they were about to achieve something they had always dreamed of.
It's something that you always dreamed of, but you get it in a way that you really don't want it. So here we are, chapter 32, Lazulis Castle, Count's Chamber.
You must present this sword to the Count. It represents your oath of fealty as a knight. A knight must value his oath and his master above all else. Do you understand?
Yes.
Zael, do you swear to remain my loyal knight until the day that you die? What are you doing? Get on your knees and present that sword to me.
My apologies, Count Arganan. I am afraid I cannot bring myself to swear fealty to you.
What did you say?
You told me that you started this war for the sake of saving lives. But I believe you know better than that. You know what is causing the land to decay.
Why did you visit that hidden accursed place? What nonsense were you told there?
Your ancestor summoned the outsider to this land to put an end to an ancient war. And that may have been the right choice. But now, it is draining the land's energy, causing suffering and conflict across the world. You must have been aware of this. Yet you chose to use this power to further your own ambition.
And what if I did? The power of the outsider belongs to the House of Arganan. And it is precisely because of this power that I am able to offer you a knighthood. Do you not wish to become a knight, Zael?
Your knighthood can go to hell! You don't have the right to decide who's worthy of a knighthood. If becoming a knight means serving you, I'd rather stay a mercenary for the rest of my life. I'm not so low that I'd sell my soul for the sake of a pretty title.
After him! Bring him back here, sir!
Oath or no oath, in that man's chest beats the heart of a knight. And a knight's resolve cannot be subdued. If you mean to go after him regardless, then you must strike me down first.
You did good, Zael. You did good. So,
I have to tell Callista.
yes,
I didn't want to become a knight to create more sadness and suffering.
we need to go and get Callista.
Was the strength to protect the people I care about. How did it take me so long to realize? Callista, just wait a little longer. She'll be in her room. I have to hurry.
I love this chapter so much. It's just such a great kind of piece in kind of the story. I love it so much.
You refused your knighthood.
You knew then.
I could tell. We've worked together for so many years. I know how your mind works as well as I know myself.
Then please, let me do what I have to do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Dagran,
How hard do you think I've worked to make your dream come true? And just when it's finally about to happen, you want to throw that all away? This isn't just about you. If you walk out of here, all of our futures will be shattered. Are you all right with that?
I am sorry, Dagran. I really appreciate everything you've done, but I just can't do this.
In that case, I'll have to stop you by force.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Syrenne, can't you at least pretend to have some manners?
It makes me sick, what that idiot's doing. Is he really alright with this?
Alright with what?
Did you see Callista's face? Not a trace of a smile on it. And this is her wedding day. He gets the knighthood, he gets the girl, but does he deserve it if he can't even make her happy? Seriously.
I know what you're saying, but he made this decision. We've got to support him in that. So let's lighten up, yeah? Huh.
Master Zael! Lady Callista is not yet ready!
I finally figured it out. Callista, I know what I have to do. Let's put an end to this war, and let's live our lives together, in freedom. Please, Callista, come with me.
Oh yeah.
Wait! Callista, Zael has refused to accept his knighthood. The wedding's off!
No. If he has truly refused to serve you, I would choose him 1,000 times
Callista,
over.
do you mean to defy me too? Enough! Come with me.
I've had enough of doing as you say!
Capture them at once!
Beautiful work, Zael. You've mastered everything I ever taught you.
We'll handle things here. So get going. Show those idiots what you're made of.
I'm so glad you finally realized...
We are going to be here for a wee while. These guys do like to talk a lot. Or maybe not as much as I thought they did. I just... that moment of Callista slapping Count Arganan is just so brilliantly done and put together. It's certainly one of my favourite moments in this game. It's just hearing that, the first kind of lyrics that we've actually heard from Toboru Mono, it's just like, oh my god, so wonderful.
But what are you going to do next?
Destroy the Lazulis cannon. With its power gone, the Count won't be able to carry on with this war any longer.
Right.
And then, we get rid of the outsider itself. It doesn't belong in a peaceful world.
Also, I have to say, I'd rather kind of be able to have Callista's dress, well, ball gown, be her wedding gown. Because white suits are so much better than black. And actually, in artwork, it is her wedding dress that is commonly seen. Either that or just her normal dress. But I have to, I think her wedding dress is just, like, really stunning. But come on, we're nearly there. We're going to destroy this Lazulis cannon, and everything will be good with the world, hopefully.
The control room is on the upper floor.
Good. As long as that cannon exists, the Count will never give up on this terrible war.
Indeed. Well, we're nearly there. And then this can all be over. There's the control. Let's check it.
This worthless piece of... What the...
It's never bloody simple, is it?
Amidst the dark clouds that engulfed the horizon, a titanic form drew ever closer. It seemed that the Gurak had successfully harnessed the power of the other half of the outsider. Their repeated assaults upon Lazulis Castle had been in order to steal certain secrets of Arganan technology. And so, the Gurak constructed a second moving island. A mighty fortress of unimaginable strength. And every one of its countless armaments was aimed squarely at Lazulis Island.